On this month's episode of What's On Your Mind, we get a chance to meet the queen, Alonya Chest. She originates from Pennsylvania area. I happen to touch base with her through one of our lovely social media apps. Wink, wink. So this will be an interesting perspective as we're both kind of new queens to the scene. She officially started in January, and of course you'll get to know and learn a little bit of the trials and tribulations of what it's like becoming a new queen in a new city, and for her sake establishing a drag scene in general. So take a listen, share with your friends, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye. Okay, so welcome to the second episode of What's On Your Mind, with special guest, all on your face, all on your chest. I knew I was going to do it. I knew it. It was right there. She hails from Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, actually, correct?
State College, actually.
Well, it's all...
Philadelphia side is where I go to school.
Okay, gotcha.
Hailing from State College, Pennsylvania. Penn State.
Anyway, she got drunk and got on a bus and ended up in Charlotte for spring break, like all good queens do. So this is going to be a fun one, because she's relatively new to the scene, just like I am. Ish. We both kind of have the same background, done drag for a couple years on and off, not seriously. So it'll be fun. So, big thing, how did you get the name? How did you decide? All on your chest.
So, most drag queens get their drag names from their drag moms.
And you have a drag mom.
I do.
Nice.
But we don't share the same name or the same style of drag.
Okay, that's how it happens.
So, Alonya Chest came from, I want something somewhat smutty while still being kind of classy.
Gotcha.
People won't get right off the bat, but if you think about it, if you have a dirty mind...
It's right off the bat. Got it. It's kind of like, I had two before I settled on Onya. It was nickels and dimes, and classy lady, with the not phonetic way of spelling. I don't know. I was humored by it, apparently, but yes, I ultimately settled on Onya. But it works.
Yeah,
just a little bit. So how did you meet your drag mom? Because I don't have one. I'm by myself on this one.
Okay, so let me start off by saying my drag mom has helped me with anything I ask in terms of advice on what I should do. Everything else is kind of on me. My makeup, I learned on my own.
Yeah. How
to dress, how to tuck, which was a difficult one. The difficult one was tucking.
Especially if you get the wrong tape.
Exactly. Exactly. I met my drag mom because she is an admissions counselor at my college.
Nice.
She was performing at the drag shows, and I did my first show.
For GSA?
Yes. For our school's annual drag show, my freshman year of college, 3 years ago.
Cute. Okay.
I literally was just wearing a wig, and I sat on stage. That's it.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing, no performance.
Definitely not a dancing queen then.
Definitely not. Then...
What was your first song that you did? Do you remember?
My first actual song was Demi Lovato's Cool for the Summer, and that was last year. No, not 2016, 2015.
Gotcha, okay.
That was the first time I actually... Well, had someone else do my makeup, and I borrowed clothes from people, and I got a Halloween wig, and I turned it out, so it doesn't matter.
That's all that matters.
That was my first time actually performing in drag. I didn't do anything else, though. It was just the performance itself.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice. So anyways, how did you meet your drag mom?
Like I said, she's an admissions counselor at my college.
You're right.
So during the drag show, I was like, wow, this is really cool. It was prior to seeing RuPaul's Drag Race, so that wasn't the influence of it.
Okay.
And I was just like, wow, this is really awesome. Kind of want to do it, but not really. And then this past summer, I was actually like, you know what? I want to do it. Fuck it. Let's go balls to the wall. I'm going to buy the makeup. I'll start practicing.
Yeah.
Bought the wig, bought the dress, bought the corset. Slowly started.
Yeah, amassing everything. Yes, that's exciting. No, I'm still amassing different things. Last for the last episode, actually, me and I guess I would call her my drag mom, now that I think about it. She's always been the one that I talk to. She's also one of my co-hosts for Drag Trivia. We made new hip pads, so that was fun. They suck, but it was fun. I learned.
See, I still have to make hip pads.
See,
I'm a bigger girl, so it's
you
the
need,
corset kind of like sucks everything in while everything's already out.
See, I'm kind of in that in between where like I have a wide enough hips and a huge ass, so I haven't really needed to yet, but I've always wanted to. And then I think the ones I made were way too big, so I'm just like ballooned out at my hips.
You see, like all of the girls at home, like I said, they're very petite.
Yeah.
So they all have like, some of them have like hip pads, and it's just like, wow, like your figure looks phenomenal.
Yeah. And
I recently got a corset that fit me. So like now it's like, hey bitches, like look at me, like I fucking look awesome right now. This is amazing.
So keep in mind, he is 6'5". 6'5". I'm 6'2". Definitely some big bitches. And then you add heels on top of that, and we're kind of just domineering.
7 foot glamazon.
Exactly. Very cool. Okay, so you said you kind of got started there, influenced by RuPaul's Drag Race. What, going through and kind of figuring out things on your own, have you found to be the biggest helps outside of your drag mom? Because obviously she'll answer whatever you need to, but like, have you had like, I don't know, a great experience like finding things on YouTube, or do you just ask friends? Or
so the funny thing is, everyone always asks me if I go to YouTube for things. I'm too stubborn to.
Yeah.
So all of my makeup is actually from looking at pictures online of how other people do their makeup.
Okay.
So like I'll be like, wow, like she looks really pretty, like let's try and do that. And I can honestly say I don't know what any of my brushes do. I just kind of do whatever with them.
I don't think a lot of queens know what their brushes do, because I don't.
No. It can have a brand on it. Can have, this is what it's for, and I will be
this
like,
is
this
a
is
number.
What it's gonna be for.
This is a number 5 MAC brush, whatever. Yeah, no. Who the hell knows? I
So,
just
like,
randomly.
One of my queens at home, Sandra Sly O'Connor, we did makeup together once.
Okay.
And she's like, hey, can I borrow that crease brush? I'm like, what brush is that for? She's like, well, that's for the eyelids. And I'm like, okay, well, I just used it for my nose, for my contour, but here you go.
Yeah,
like, she goes, okay, like, hey, let's just clean it off real quick. I don't know what any of the brushes are for. I think I do a good job not knowing.
I've seen pictures. It looks great.
I mean,
I always end up looking like a cholo, or a Lolita, whatever you want to call it.
You see, now the biggest problem with my makeup is the fact that a lot of people wouldn't consider it drag.
It's definitely more on the fishier side.
It is. So,
Which is nothing. I mean, that's what most new drag comers are going for.
Exactly.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm definitely, like, in the mix. Like, I can do, like, fishy, but I end up, like, adding too much color and it goes campy real fast.
So, I can make myself look like a real girl, no problem. Granted, I'm wearing a lot more makeup than anybody else would be wearing, because it's
true
caked on for the gods.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I look like a wedding cake at the end of it. It looks good, though.
Pancake makeup.
Exactly. So, I mean, for the amount of time that I've been doing makeup, I would say it's really good. I just wish I could do a dramatic makeup.
Gotcha. Like, as in, wait, dramatic as in, like, really, really, like, fishy, or, like, really drag? Like,
really, not...
Like, we talking, like, divine type?
Not divine. Not divine. Something more like Kimchi or Trixie Mattel. Like that kind of, like, over-dramatic.
Over-dramatic, but still oddly believable.
Yes, exactly.
All I picture Trixie is just, like, she didn't shave in the morning, so that's where her line is every time.
Exactly. That is what I aspire to do. But, like, I mean, it has its advantages being a fishy queen. I was invited to do a fashion show in Philly.
Nice.
As a drag queen. My friend had actually talked to the people about it, and they're like, oh yeah, like, that's cool, awesome, just come and drag.
Nice.
So whenever designers come, I get dressed up first, do my makeup, make sure that I look as believable as possible.
Yeah.
And so far, not a single one of them has clocked me. which is nice.
Interesting.
Which means the tape tuck was serious, because I always wear a dress. Always wear a dress.
Yeah, of course. No, yeah, that's one of my goals. There's a Planned Parenthood event this is the third year, this past March 3rd. They do condom couture. I don't know if it's something they do everywhere, if it's just here. But basically, you sign up as a designer, and you get X amount of condoms, variety of different like colors and stuff like that, and you have to make a dress or something that they can auction off. And last year, there was two queens. One was my ex, Beth Amphetamine, who is an amazing performer. She's definitely like your punk rock. Like, the first time I saw her was she was taking a grinder to a chest plate for a show. Like, it was insane. But it's on my list. I definitely want to attempt to make a dress, because I don't know how to sew worth shit.
So I know how to sew. Growing up, like, my grandmother taught me like how to sew different things. Never a dress. I don't know how to make a dress at all.
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, I can sew a pillow together or a teddy bear. But
exactly. I can book bag. Like, you think of it, I can probably make it. Just not a dress, because it's such a specific shaping to it.
Yeah.
And I don't have a mannequin.
I still have not figured out how Bianca Del Rio can sew hers in like 5 seconds flat.
Well, she works for a Broadway company. That's her job. She's literally...
I knew that. God damn it, I knew that.
Her job is literally to bust out dresses like it's nobody's business.
True. That whore. Okay, so... Because I know for me, I don't so much go off of YouTube. I try and do the face, like the fine pictures and do the makeup and stuff, but I think my most successful one is I had that, if you remember the Snapchat filter, it was like solar systems on your eyes. That was my first and only time I've been able to successfully replicate a filter or a picture, and it kind of looked good. I don't know. I didn't have eyebrows, so it was just like solar systems.
The hardest thing for me was not only tape tucking, but blocking brows.
Yeah.
I have thick eyebrows.
Same.
And I was like, there's no way, like, glue's gonna hold this stuff down, like...
Yeah.
So, literally, I go in for 4 layers of glue over top.
Oh,
shit. I like to keep, like, the nubs in the front.
Yeah, so you know where to start. Yeah.
And then I take, like, a lip liner and just draw them back in. And then I take my eyeliner and I draw little etches of hair.
Yeah, I never get that fancy. Mine's just black blocks. Like either they're high arched and I look like Divine, or they're, like, really pointed, so I look pissed off all the time. I've yet to master a face that I actually like and can replicate. Every time it's a new adventure.
See, I wish I was like that. I'm like, let's try something different today.
No. I try and do the same thing every time. And then my hand goes rogue and I end up with, like, an extra arch and I look like I'm questioning everything. Like, it's a paint by numbers that gets fucked up, basically.
So, my number one thing is I loved past tense, thick eyebrows. So I'd block them out and then just draw them on thick.
Yeah.
Now I've gotten to the point where I, like, cut the eyebrows and I make them very, like, nice and very feminine.
Yeah.
To the point where I'm just like, wow, like, this is something I would pay to, like, if I was a girl, I would pay to have eyebrows like that.
Yeah.
Very, very fishy looking. And it's like, I hate the stigma behind being fishy, because it's like, oh, we're just trying to look like a real girl, and that's not what drag is. I mean, Courtney Act has made most of her career off of
she's made her entire career off of it, because...
Exactly, because the first time she was on Australian Idol, she didn't get on because she looked like a boy.
Exactly, but sounded like a girl.
Exactly, and then afterwards, Courtney Act...
Granted, you don't have that, I sound like a girl problem.
Very true.
So,
very true.
You sound more like... I can't think of a singer, actually. No.
So it's actually really funny. During winter break this year, my friends had invited me after a drag show. They're like, hey, like, we're having, like, a Penn State drag party tomorrow. You should come and drag. And I was like, yeah, sure, that's awesome. Like, if everyone's gonna be in drag, sure. I'm like, is it like a gay party? Like, and they're like, it's a straight party technically, but everyone's gonna be in drag. Don't worry about it. So for me, I was like, you know what? I don't completely trust this. I don't feel like tucking or, like, wanting to dress. So I wore cargo pants and a college t-shirt and sneakers.
Yeah.
But I beat my face.
Yeah.
To look as much like a girl as possible. So I get to this party, and it's just a bunch of straight jock and frat bros wearing lingerie and Timbs. I'm not going to complain because I was absolutely turned on by that. But it was more the fact that I was the only one who actually did the whole makeup aspect of it.
That's funny. So everyone else was just broing it up.
Yep, broing it up. And the thing is, I was wearing a wig, obviously. My face was done.
Yeah.
So it was more of a girls dressed as guys, guys dressed as girls. So from behind, you see someone wearing guy clothes and a wig.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, this is obviously a girl. Someone grabbed me from behind. He goes, hey, what's up, girl? I was just like, I'm a dude.
Surprise!
He goes, oh, sorry. Like, hands up in the air, like, sorry.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, man.
It's funny because, like, even when they do look at me, they're like, in certain circumstances, like, they don't think it. Like, they don't think twice about it.
Yeah.
Until I start talking. Even people who know me but didn't know I did drag.
Yeah.
Like, for the fashion show that I'm in. One of my friends is in it. We performed... Well, we don't perform together. She's just a girl.
Yeah.
She's a model. And when she saw me, she goes, oh, hi, what's your name? I'm like, oh, it's David. She goes, oh, shit. I was just like, yeah.
Yeah. Hi, surprise.
Hi, my penis isn't there anymore.
It's way tucked further than I thought it could go.
Oh, it is further than you think it can go. It's always further than you think.
That's awesome. Goodness. So, you were telling me earlier, so there's not quite a gay scene where you're from.
Alright, so there is a somewhat gay scene.
But, like, no...
Not drag.
Drag, also no bar.
Yes. Alright, so we have one gay bar in State College called Chumley's, but we don't perform there.
Yeah.
The closet in the wall, very small, very... Penn State is very queer-friendly. They have, all of them have shirts that say, Penn State lives queer, like,
yeah.
Very... Nothing really happens ever.
Yeah.
But the local club, like the local hangouts and stuff will ask us. We have like a group that goes around and people will say, hey, can you guys perform here? Can you perform here? Like, we're doing sexy drag bingo, or we wanted to host a show. Like, we heard about like what you guys are doing. We think it's awesome.
Yeah.
And they'll post it in this group and the queens will say, yes, I'll perform, or no, I won't. And then we have like a set list and we have people who actually run it for us.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's becoming more of a drag scene there, which is nice.
Yeah.
Because it's in the middle of the state, in the middle of nowhere.
Well, and especially, I mean, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh for one, I mean, granted, not the middle of the state, but you have some really well-known queens that have come out of Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Like, you know, Sharon Needles, Alaska 5000. Like,
that is what I'm proud of. Alaska 5000.
Like,
Pennsylvania queen.
Love her. Love her.
But you also have to think Pittsburgh and Philadelphia.
And then middle.
Middle is nothing. There's
yeah.
there's not much of a drag scene. There's not much culture. It's mainly straight white men who happen to listen to country music. I'm not going to say any stereotypes there, but they're there.
I'm from South Dakota. It's all stereotype. Doesn't matter what.
Okay.
Like.
So then when you hit State College, it's like clump of city amongst miles and miles of farm.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's just farm.
So how big is, I just slipped my mind.
State College.
State College. How big is State College, like, population-wise?
Population-wise, I can't even give you an estimate because the college is the town.
Okay.
So Penn State has its own zip code. It makes up a good 95% of the town. And it's all college students. So when they're gone...
It's nothing.
It's nothing.
Yeah, no, that sounds exactly like my college. It also had its own zip code. The city itself had its own zip code, too. But it's about a good 50-50 mix. Like, when school's out, it's dead.
Yeah.
Like, it's half the town. I'm trying to think. That's cool. So with your admissions counselor, right? Advisor?
Admissions counselor.
Whatever.
So I'll just give you my admission counselor's drag name, Sharon and Husbands.
That's her name.
Sharon and Husbands.
That's awesome.
So
the best.
On the posters, it says Sharon and Husbands, or you could just say Sharon Husbands.
Gotcha.
Which has its own innuendo there.
Yeah, you know, it's fine. Nothing like a little polyamorous. It's great. That's fantastic. So, did she help set up the group, or was it just you getting to know the other queens? You're like, hey, let's do this.
So what happened was, during the summer, one of my friends, I didn't go to Penn State for school.
Yeah.
Obviously, I go to East Stroudsburg University. That's where I met my drag mom.
Yeah.
At home, my gay friends were like, hey, like, there's a show going on. Like, this is so awesome. And one of the guys I used to talk to performed it.
Cool.
He got into the drag scene, and then a lot of my other friends were, like, going to the drag shows, and I was like, you know what? Like, I've already started performing over in East Stroudsburg. Why not perform at home, too?
Yeah. It's always nice to have a traveling show.
Exactly. So, whenever I'm at home, I always look up the group, and I'm just like, hey, guys, like, what shows are going on? And they'll put me on the set list, and I try to turn it out as much as possible. I mean, I can't flip or split, but I'm working on it.
I'm not much of a dancing queen myself, so splits are not in my repertoire. I don't think they ever will. I might need to start doing yoga. That would maybe help.
I'm the big girl at home. That's my title, so I mean that's fine with me.
I mean, yeah, Latrice Rowe made it great for big girls.
Exactly.
Like, she doesn't have to do shit that she doesn't want to.
Exactly. As long as you turn it out and give a good show, it doesn't matter what you're doing.
No, exactly. What so far has been your most, like, influential advice you've gotten? Like, what is something that someone has said that's like, oh my god, this is amazing, this is exactly what I'm feeling?
Okay. So, my drag mom, we like to joke around and say she's more like a drag aunt because she's kind of out there, like, you hear from her every once in a while, sometimes you really don't.
Send you a birthday card with $5.
Exactly, just like that.
Go get yourself something nice.
So, at a Pride meeting at our school, she walks up to me and she goes, I like that picture you posted last night in drag. And I was like, oh, thank you. She goes, but if you don't buy yourself a pair of damn lashes, I'm going to shove my loafer so far up your ass. Changed my life. Absolutely changed my life. Lashes are God's gift to drag queens.
Yeah, no. Lashes and...
Wigs.
Well,
wigs.
Okay, that's a given. Let's be honest. Lashes, though, it depends on what you're going for. Sometimes you can go without. Most times you should. 95% of the time you should. I was going to say lashes and... Nails. The only time when I don't is if I have to quick turn and go to work, like, right after the show. So then I'm like, nope, not dealing with the glue. Can't do it. It's done.
See, I don't do my own nails. My roommate...
Who does their own nails?
My roommate actually bought, like, over 200 sets of acrylic nails.
Damn. It's on my Amazon wish list. I'll post the link.
Paints them all for me, whatever design I want.
Yeah.
Has stencils and everything. And then
Jesus.
I got a little Ziploc bag. Looks like a drug deal, but it's not.
Well, I mean, whatever floats your boat, honey.
And then I put them on the day before, you know, they look phenomenal. So, I mean, all I have to do is glue them on. And most of the time, he's there for my show. Like, when I'm getting ready, he's there, and he's just like, Jordan, I need you to, like, glue these on while I, like, finish my face real quick. Like, I have this handle on. I need it.
I'm glad you have your own entourage. Like, fuck you.
I
have one friend who will maybe show up to help put my corset on. That's about it.
I put my corset on. When I'm at school, I put my corset on, and I'm just like, Jordan, I need you. Like, because we used to live together.
Yeah.
So it's like, Jordan, come here. Like, hands on the counter, and he's like pulling the strings as tight as he possibly can. Just like, keep going. I can still breathe. When I'm at home, it's like, let's hope that I tightened it before I left, because if not...
Yeah. You just, like, suck it in.
They're very petite girls at home.
Yeah.
So it's like, asking them to do that is like asking them to bulk up by, like, 50
Change
pounds
a tire.
Muscle. Yeah. Yep, there you go.
It's not going to happen. Good luck. It's going to take 5 of them.
Oh, yeah.
One on each string. It's great.
Tug of war.
That's fucking awesome. Oh, God. Shit. There was something else. It was right onto my tongue. that I wanted to ask, and it's slipped my mind. My Adderall is worn off completely. It's fantastic. What advice do you have to newcomers? That's what it was.
Okay, what advice do I have for newcomers? Firstly, expect that the venue is going to be hot, so do your makeup beforehand. It is never air conditioned. There are no fans. The fans are out in the
Never
audience.
mirrors.
Never
And
mirrors.
if there is, it's bad lighting.
It's bad lighting. Wear lashes and nails.
You can call a bitch out, don't you? Jesus.
Also, wear jewelry of some sort. It always helps. It can literally, if you fuck up your makeup, a piece of jewelry that's catching the eye is definitely going to take away from that. But less is more when it comes to jewelry.
Yes. Yes, it is.
You don't want to be a Jocelyn Fox.
No.
If you look
is
like
it
you
Jeslyn or Jocelyn?
Jocelyn Fox from season 6 of
Okay.
RuPaul's Drag Race.
Because you said Jeslyn. I was like, who the fuck is Jeslyn Fox? What's
Jocelyn Fox.
Like her bastard step sibling. Yes. No, I just started, I started slowly with my collection. So I've always had heels because that's just the easiest thing and they're the most expensive. I can't get rid of them.
I didn't start wearing heels until this year.
Oh,
I wore sneakers on stage.
So I have officially been doing drag-esque for almost a decade-ish. Because I started in high school with the powder puff football, guys dressing. I kind of count that because we had wigs and, whatever. The guys actually tucked. I don't know why we did because no one could see. But I've slowly amassed a collection of heels just over the years because they're the most expensive part and they should last you a long time. Should, hypothetically.
Yes.
Some heels are shit. And then you end up just bonding all the heels together and just hoping to God they stay. But between charity shows once a year and then finally going out there, heels, start with heels and then work your way up. But costume jewelry, that's what I started collecting now because I hadn't had any pieces, but my drag mom, Eileen Dover is her name, right? Her and your drag mom would be great friends.
My drag mom is totally over the top, extremely vulgar, campy, does very vintage style drag.
Oh,
hilarious.
Eileen just looks like she rolled out of a trailer. So her thing is she's an older queen who has had 7 kids, all named after the cars they were conceived in. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's a real classy lady. I love her. Definitely a shit show. But she loves Fireball and it loves me. So it's great.
That's always a good thing.
But no, so I have started... Where have you found, your piece of jewelry? Where do you look for the most part?
So...
Because mine's been Amazon. I'm the Amazon queen right now because my shoes are Amazon,
dresses.
corset, it's horrible.
Amazon is the best place to go. It's a one-stop shop.
Mostly because no stores around here carry my size. And if they do, I don't want to spend that much money on it.
You see,
Thank God for Asian children and their little hands sewing all of my dresses.
My dresses will come from anywhere that I can find a dress that I like.
True. Very true.
I have sequin dresses, I have t-shirt dresses, I have, fancy dresses, cocktail, you name it, I probably have it.
I will say 90% of my outfits come from my roommate because she's literally just a drag queen in a woman's body. Coincidentally, we also have the same size tits because she bought me them.
That is always a perk.
It is.
That is such a perk.
It is. It was Christmas. That was my Christmas present, and it was fantastic. They're the nice... It's not a chest piece, but it's the individual cutlets.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're actually breast cancer tits. For once they get their
double mastectomy.
Yes, so they have that in place. They feel real, which is cool.
You see, what I do is I just wear a bra that's a little bit bigger but padded. I don't really stuff anything in there, but it gives the effect when I contour it on. So when I say it looks like I have boobs, it looks like I have.
See, I don't have anything low cut enough to worry about having a contour, which is kind of okay.
Well, I performed in like a nude bra before with like a skirt, like a pencil skirt and a button down. So like when you're going for the sexy librarian, you go for the sexy librarian.
Oh, of course. Yeah, no. I was trying to do that I did
like
that's
like it looks
that's
like boobs.
Tits. All the way.
I mean, that was the one time I tried doing different makeup with like the under eye.
I like it though. It looks awesome. You kind of give me not Mystique. That is not who I'm trying to think of. Storm. Thank you.
There we go. Okay.
That's a very Storm look, especially because it's a gray wig or a blonde wig.
That was a white wig.
See, Storm. There you go. You have your Halloween drag show.
I always try to go for something a little more over the top each time. I went to a party, actually, a regular straight party, a college party, in drag. My roommate convinced me to go. She's like, "Oh, just dress up in drag, you'll be fine." Like,
it's Halloween. Who cares?
I shouldn't have been worried about it because it's mainly my friends.
Yeah.
Like, the house party is usually just 95% of my friends and then whoever else shows up.
Randoms, yeah.
So the house was crowded, and like I said, 95% of my friends, 5%. Out of that 5%, one of them decided to also grab me from behind. So wearing a pencil skirt that was tucked over a sleeveless tank top, and I was wearing like big chunky jewelry, gray wig.
Yeah.
I looked really good that night. And he grabbed me, and I turned around, I was like, dude, because I am so sorry. I'm like, it's Halloween, whatever, just don't grab me again, please.
Please don't make this mistake. I don't want to embarrass you in front of your friends.
And all of my friends that were there that saw that were absolutely hysterical, cracking up, couldn't breathe, because this kid didn't know.
Sounds like every Halloween party I've ever had. When I was smaller, I've since gained 60 pounds, which is fun. I used to do Lady Gaga all the time, because it was when she was hit. Did all of her, like, the Fame Monster and
all the crazy over the top looks.
Right, and I could fit in all of her costumes that she sold online. So I was like, yes, doing it. This is great. I wore her. It was the white half arm sleeve one. I don't remember what the song was, but I wore that, and I had her wig and did all the makeup and all that. So I was posing for a picture with this guy who was dressed as a priest. He's like, "Oh, I want a picture with the Antichrist." I was like, "Yeah, sure, that's great." And I don't know if he just wasn't listening or if I was just really drunk and speaking in a higher pitched voice. I don't know. But all of a sudden, he goes to, like, grab, and I wasn't tucked because I didn't tuck until, like, 2 or 3 months ago. Let's be real here. Who wants to do that?
If I don't have to
regularly.
If I can wear something poofy or that is covering.
No, exactly. So he went to go grab my hip and grabbed everything else, and he's like, "Oh, you're a dude," and literally dropped his Bible that he was very authentic priest and sprinted out of my house and never came back for the rest of the night. I think up until the day that I moved to Charlotte, I had that Bible still because I was like, this is the greatest souvenir ever.
That is absolutely fantastic.
But yeah, dudes, they tend to get a little creeped out sometimes when they don't know what they're grabbing. Well, I mean, it's a learning opportunity, yes, but I think it's hilarious.
Even if you're a chick, you should just be grabbing people.
I mean, I won't even deny it. I had to move back into the dorms after my incident with my apartment.
That burned down.
So I had to move back onto campus. I live in a dorm now.
Yeah.
I have a room to myself, so, like, I don't give a fuck. I'll get ready in drag.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like I said, very fishy makeup. I live on a floor of freshmen through juniors.
Who are all boys.
Right?
Okay.
And I'll walk out in my heels. And my joke is, let's see how many of these guys will just come back to my room if I just stop in theirs.
Right? Yeah.
See which ones are...
Here, wait, let me close the door. And then...
You have to...
What's up?
Oh, don't take my corset off.
Quick change. You know that little string in the back? Don't pull it. You're going to be surprised.
It's definitely... What really shocks me is actually the fact that the guys who do know and still come after you...
I mean, you know...
I've gotten some very hot guys that have... oh, wow, like, you're a beautiful girl. And then, like, 1 month down the line, hey, do you want to hang out? I'm like,
Yeah, you know, it's a nice...
I mean, I'm not going to dress up for you, but okay.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not going to put on... No.
It's a very frequent question.
Yeah.
Especially on Grindr.
Which is how I met her.
So I always do. Whenever I do like a really nice look, I try to do a side by side.
Oh yeah.
I always put that on Grindr because I love the compliments that I get.
Of course.
And then you have the creep.
I will say that yes, the creep men. But I think with RuPaul's Drag Race, it is definitely becoming more acceptable because they see the female drag and then they see them out of drag and like, oh my god, they're attractive. Like, granted, up until like the last 2 seasons, it really wasn't so much they're attractive, so much as they looked
talented.
Yes, they were. Now they're just, oh, you're cute out of drag, you're cute in drag. Talent's kind of a optional thing for you, isn't it? But yeah, so Grindr, how has that affected now that you've come out as a drag queen? Because I know mine's a little iffy, but I think that's with everything.
So it's actually really funny. So you'll have the guys who are like, oh yeah, like mucho macho, like straight bras, you know, wear like the sideways cap, not the sideways cap. No one does that.
No one does that. No.
But like the ones like you think that they're straight.
Yeah, yeah.
And they'll message you like, hey, like you're beautiful. Like, do you want to like mess around sometime? Yeah, sure. Like,
yeah. Okay. Let's
like,
do this.
Way out of my league, but okay. They're like, will you dress up for me? No. Nope.
No.
Sorry. That's why not. Makeup is expensive. Makeup is really,
Are you
really
gonna
expensive.
pay me? Because I'll roll out of bed with $100 on a nightstand. That's fine.
I don't tell them to pay me. I'm like, if you buy makeup for me, because I don't want to feel like a prostitute.
Well,
so it's like, if you buy me makeup, like,
20 is 20. Let's be real here.
Only 20?
Handy. It's fine. But no, yeah, I haven't had anybody be like, hey, let's hook up with you in drag, because honestly, I'm very campy, so if that's a very specific type of creeper, and that's not something that's gonna happen.
Not who you want to try.
No, yeah. No, I'm looking for my second ex-husband. I don't need a creeper.
Yeah, no, it's being fishy has its advantages, because I definitely get a lot of either the one to watch Drag Race, and they're like, yes, queen, like, and I'm like, yeah, like, thank you, like, awesome, like, those compliments, and then you have, like, the people who are like, I'd love to fuck you in drag, and you're like, not exactly what I do it for, but thank you.
That's a fetish I haven't, no, not on my to-do list yet, it's early still.
And then you have the guys who are like, will you at least like dress up for me? You don't have to put any makeup on. I'm like, no. If you ejaculate in this wig, I will kill you with it.
Right? Because those are not fun.
They're not cheap.
No, well, they're not cheap, but you know how many hours it takes to wash
a wig
and recurl. It just, no.
It's not fun.
That's going to be a $200 charge for you. Yeah.
I look over 200, but I mean, like, it depends on the wig. It depends on the wig.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially if you have human hair.
Yeah, mine are all synthetic because
Peruvian hair is expensive.
Right?
Peruvian hair is expensive.
Right.
Do not touch my hair. Alaska, do not touch my hair.
This is my hair. I don't wear wigs.
And it's the best feeling when you get a new wig.
Right,
like,
and then
nice
you put it on, it's great, you wear it out, and then you come home, you're like, what the fuck?
No, I'm just talking about in general. Whenever I get a new wig, in my apartment, David got a new wig, he was wearing it around the apartment for the next week.
Oh, yeah.
And
just hair
custom,
flips.
Oh, no, it was a custom tradition of mine to play Will Smith's With My Hair, with the wig, like, clipped on, glued down, and just...
Well, that's how you know it's a good wig.
Exactly.
It'll sustain a whip my hair back and forth.
Exactly.
Because let's be real,
I want to be a Roxy Andrews.
Yes.
Please
work on your wig reveal. Please. Don't be busting out that nappy ass underneath wig.
Well, I did it at home too. In State College, I performed Call Me by Blondie.
Okay.
So, at first I had a bob underneath. I was like, this bob is so thick, and like, I don't know if it's gonna like keep the wig on.
Yeah.
The whole time. So one of my girlfriends, she was just like, hey, like, I have this one. It's like really thin, but it'll work. I was like, okay, like sure. Like, put it on underneath. Put my other wig on top. Very full ombre gray wig.
Yeah.
And halfway through the song, I rip off one wig. There's another one. I was like, okay, thank God. Like one of them is still on. Like I did it right. And then the sad part is, right before the song finished, I like whipped my hand and it knocked
Just
the wig
knocked off, and then
but everyone went crazy.
Another wig reveal. It's the trifecta.
Oh, but like people live for that. People live for it.
Oh man. See, at least you were smart and did different colored wigs. Like, I did a wig reveal once that was not the best thought out, but it was more, I had one wig that was black over top, and then I had, because for Stonewall Sports, which is up in Philadelphia, Pittsburgh area, I think there's Philadelphia. Is
Definitely
where,
Philly.
Yeah, because I have a couple fraternity brothers that play volleyball over there. Yeah, anyways. So for Stonewall, we do a drag show. Was every season, now it's going to be like once a year. But my team, Pitch Please, because got to call them out because they're awesome, we do performances. We don't do numbers, we do performances.
Mm-hmm.
So we did zombie cheerleaders. That was our theme. It helps that we have a show director who is in theater, did theater for like a decade, still does theater. Great man. Designed everything, thought of everything, did all the sound. Perfect. So we go to switch from, cheerleaders to zombies. So this is also the time of Bloodgate, where I got blood all over the white curtain hanging in the background. My bad. Sorry. But I go and smear my black makeup and take off one wig. So I take off one black wig to reveal another black wig with blue streaks. No one could tell because the lights happened to be blue. And I was pissed. Awesome. I was like, I did all this work. I've been sweating balls. And all I have is nothing. Nothing to show for this.
Black to gray ombre to straight up ash blonde.
I mean, that works.
And it worked. She had that extra wig. I was very happy. It went perfectly with my dress. Turned it out.
Hey, that's all you gotta do. As long as you're making that money.
I made no money that night. Well, no. Tips.
Yeah, I was gonna say tips. Tips is money. Yeah, you just don't count it on your taxes.
Exactly.
Awesome. Oh god. Okay, so God, there was so many more things, and my mind is just losing it. Absolutely losing it. But we've hit 40 minutes. Ta-da!
That was a lot quicker than I thought it would be.
That's what she said. Don't tell anybody else, though. Anyways, so it was great to have you.
It was great being here.
We are going to go grab a drink now and see all the Stonewall kids, because it was their kickoff season 6 today. And hopefully my team won. Haven't heard anything yet. But until next time, guys, I will talk to you soon. Bye. If you'd like to know more about the Queen on today's show, hop on over to onyaofficial.com, where you can follow me on Facebook and follow links for future shows by liking and subscribing and sharing with all your wonderful friends. Until then, this is Onya. Bye.